Okay, greetings everybody. We're back again. This time I don't know whether I'm Carmen Miranda or your fairy godmother. So we'll see if we can find some really interesting things that are going on this week because we're looking at September 23rd through the 29th. Okay, so let's see. Got my 3 decks again. Let's start with our Voyager. Okay. Like to give them 3 good shuffles, all right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now some of you may know I don't read upside down cards. I think there's enough negative cards in the deck. I don't have to make more of them. Okay, so not really negative, but at least reversals, okay? And one piece. Okay, here we go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, more on that in just a moment. Hanson Roberts, here we come. Now, if you happen to hear some thumps or any streaks flying by, I have crazy half hour for my kitties right now, and the gray cat is on a tear. She's a mountain lion hanging on top of the recliner, pouncing on the black and white ones, so could be a crash. Okay, here we go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow. Okay. Interesting to me. One of the things that's interesting to me is just looking at the cards. These are all people sitting at the top. These are people that have agendas. This one is the emotional, the sociological kind of attitude. This one here is more about following the rules. Okay, more Capricornian or Taurian, where it's like there's a set rules that we can go by and have a good outcome. And then we have this other card, which is the Devil card, which is kind of like, we're going to do it my way. I don't care what the rules say. Okay, so just be mindful of that. We've got some of those interpersonal things that are going to be happening this week. All right, let's have a look. Starting out, pay attention to all things that you hear and maybe overhear, because this is telling me that if you look at this card, the ears, the eyes, the senses seem to be enhanced. Okay, so those are great big ears, big eyes. And that means that you may luck into some information that you weren't exactly privy to, but it will be to your advantage. Okay, so maybe it is that you need to know when you want to put in for another job, okay? And when would be a good time to do it. This card is telling me that you might overhear that, oh, someone is saying that I heard that they're going to be hiring people in April, okay? So then you would apply just previous to that so that you would get in on a timely fashion, okay? So it says something like that, where you're privy to some information that you just sort of overheard, but it's definitely going to help you. Okay, so anyway, so heads up, pay attention. This could be for a positive outcome. It's not about something you have to like worry. But this is telling me that you'll be in the right place at the right time. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Not misfortune, but the Wheel of Fortune, all right? So I want you to pay attention to that one, and you just might luck into it. So you're in the right place at the right time. You hear about the right information, and then, oops. Then you might even meet the right person that's going to help you with that. Because remember, this one's about emotion, and it could be like, oh, I'm compassionate. I understand what your intent is, where you need to be going. And let me see if I can help you make it happen. Right? Monday and Tuesday. So if you go to an HR department, you might find there's a tech there that is really helpful and is going to find out, say, apply in about 2 more weeks, okay? Right? So look for that. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, I don't know what you're doing, but this is the money card, okay? So there's going to be money and changes in your circumstance in order to get it. It just looks like you might have to do a few things that you're not so comfortable with. And we've got this card, I think, last week. So just know that's like, it's going to be hard work. I've got to do this. Maybe you hate writing. They're going to ask you to create a document, blah, 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 blah. And then here we have the person in authority, the one who's at the higher up that followed all of the steps that need to be done to get there, and is going to say, I think I like this. This helps me change my mind about something, and there could be monetary reward as a result of that. Okay, so this is really good. Okay, and I also think those of you that have any health issues right now, is like, take care of business. Stop dragging your feet. Stop saying it's going to cost too much. Shut up about that and go ahead and do it. All right. What we have is saying if you make your changes now, they're going to be for the better. Okay, because this could very well be a doctor. Right? So good on that. And then let's see, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. I really am seeing that there's going to be a challenge maybe to your belief system, and this may be somebody that you have trusted in the past, and it says that's over with. Okay, so what we have is take a stand. This is knowing who you are and being set in your truth. This is I know who I am spiritually, and sometimes when you get this card, you're faced with a couple of challenges just to test to see if you really do believe that, all right? This is really a great card as far as I'm concerned, because there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's little teeny people down here that want to follow in your footsteps. So when I see them, and I saw them in my mind's eye before I actually saw them, it means that you are creating a path now that is going to help other people follow and make their job easier because of you, okay? So that's one of the things that's going to come. It might start on Friday. You're starting to feel it. This card says, watch your stuff. There's a fox and there's hens, okay? This does not mean that you've done anything wrong, but it might be that you came from the grocery store and you laid your purse down on the front porch while you unlocked the door and you forgot to drag it in. And as a victim of circumstance, somebody walks by and just picks it up and off they go. They don't care it's you. All they see is, that's mine. So batten down the hatches. Make sure you have everything tucked away, even if it takes 5 more minutes, makes you late for work, doesn't matter. Do it. Because I believe in this card. All right. I've seen too many times that it really did happen. Okay, here we have a card. It's called the Devil card, and it has 2 aspects of right away. One is be mindful of things that are going on in the workplace, all right? The other thing is that I want you to pay attention to what you might want to do if you run your own business. The Capricorn card is a card of business, okay? So maybe all this stuff is coming down and you're thinking, I don't want to do this kind of work anymore. I feel that there's a calling for me and I need to move into that direction. This is a card for this particular weekend. It says you should set your mind to those thoughts at this time and you will cause them to be created, right? Because you know who you are and you will have the ability to create that, right? If you have a little Capricorn around you right now, be especially mindful of them, because sometimes Capricorns are going through tough times and they don't want to tell anybody. So if you see anything odd or untoward, it seems like they are more reticent or quieter than they usually are, invest some time in them this weekend, because I think they have a lot on their minds and they're looking for somebody to talk to. Okay, let it be you, because with this card, you have the good ear for it and you'll have a good understanding for it. Okay, kiddos, that's it, and I will see you next week. Okay, thanks. Bye.